Because I don't want people to be like, he's not paying attention to me. He's not paying attention. Mari, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Hi, everyone. Nikki, ¿cómo estás? We should have a drink then. Absolutely. Get a drink. He goes, squirrel. I absolutely do. Chavela, ready. Is this just starting? Oh, absolutely. You better have a drink in hand. We're going to start answering some questions, and we're going to get into it right now. So my G, 2 qualities, fire. Hey, I appreciate you. We keep it top notch over here, okay? I want you guys to have a great experience, great video, great audio, music, and then I even put the questions on the screen as well. So, hola, Chiva Solis, ¿cómo estás? Are you taking? Could be. What's up, girl? All right, we're going to get into it. So I do have to pause it just because YouTube does give me copyright. You know what I mean? Like they give me copyright issues over there, so that's why I have to turn off the music. So, and I got my Mickey D fry. See, Belle's Beauty's ready to go. She got the cat is super wet, tastes like pineapples, and she got her fries, and hopefully she gets the drinks. That way we can start answering some of these questions. So we're gonna get into it. Again, hey, thank you, Mari, for the gift. I see you. She's over here. She wants to get them cheeks clapped. I see you, girl. I see you. All right, next question, first question. All right, my husband and I have been married for 25 years, but we haven't been intimate in the last 4. Leave. I've been having S with someone else. See, I told you, leave. For the past 5 months. It's just the S something we both agreed on. But other night, my husband tried to be intimate, and I was relieved it didn't happen. I felt, oh, I don't know where the other one is, but you gave me plenty of information. This is why I say, don't open that door, because if you open that door, then guess what? It's going to be very difficult to close. And you see how you're just like, you didn't even want to be intimate with your man anymore. You wanted to be intimate with your side piece. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, once you open that door, now it's going to be difficult to close that door, because you probably crave this person. You don't crave your man. And you see how that's a problem, because it's really gonna hard to cut them off. Let's just be honest. So what you should do is 4 years, and I'm sure you've brought it up. Soon it's gonna be 4, 5, and I think you've already checked out. Just because if you couldn't even be intimate with your own husband, it kind of sounds to me you kind of checked out. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not. So it kind of sounds to me that you checked out of that relationship because you don't even want him to touch you anymore. So if you guys done what you guys can, I say it's better for you guys to go your own ways. I get it. You guys been together for a long time. You guys had your run. People grow apart. And would you rather be with somebody who actually wants to be with you, wants to touch you, wants to make you feel like the queen that you are? Or why would you stay with somebody who doesn't do that, and then you crave it from somebody else and you just go sneak around and do it? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to have that conversation with your husband. You already don't, because you've been cheating for the past 5 months. Like I said before, it's a matter of time before you get caught. It's not if you get caught, it's when you get caught. I'm sure you guys all seen that thing on Instagram right now. The CEO that got caught at the Coldplay concert. That's what I'm saying. It's so easy to get caught. Like, it just takes one slip up. One slip up. They didn't think they were going to be on the screen. And as soon as you saw them on the screen, guess what happened? They freaked out. And then you know how the internet is. They found them almost instantly. That guy is a CEO of some astronomy, something like that, has a wife, has kids. He put out, here's the real narcissist thing that he did. On that public announcement saying like, hey, I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry that I stepped out of the relationship. I want to apologize to them, my family, my friends, my coworkers. You know who he put the blame on? Go and read it. He put the blame on Coldplay. He's like, and the band should have respect and privacy for people in the crowd. You know, like, this is something they should think about. How more narcissistic do you need to be? Like, now he's not just, he got caught red fucking handed. He's blaming, that's so crazy. He's blaming the band. Like, the reason I got caught is because of you. I would have never got caught. No, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's only a matter of time before you get caught. and you're in an arena when there's cameras, people love to be on the screen. Don't go if you're fucking cheating. That's the last place you want to go. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that are there that could see you, and you decided to go, and you're a CEO of a big company and you decided to go to a concert. You're hugging up all up on her. You gonna try to sue? Probably. That's the most narcissistic thing you could do, is blame the band for not respecting your privacy. They caught you cheating, buddy. Red-handed. The only person that's at fault is you and that lady, because I'm pretty sure that lady knew you were married. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're in a cheating relationship, it's only a matter of time before you get caught. Just letting y'all know. All right, next question. Oh my God, that video was hilarious. Coldplay calling them out for the whole concert. That's what I'm saying. So, but to me, what stood out the most, sorry, I want to talk about this because it falls right into what we talk about here. The thing that he stands out to me the most is that he's blaming the band for not respecting his privacy. You're blaming the band because they outed you and your side piece. That's what you're mad about. Like, you're not mad about your privacy. Like, you were there. You know there's cameras. You know there's people, and you should not forget. We live in a time of what? The internet. That video went up instantly. They were found within minutes. Caught red-handed. Now all over the internet. So imagine the embarrassment that man, they're not him, the wife feels. Her man is getting just destroyed on social media. And for those that know who the wife is, like, imagine how she's feeling. Right? She's probably like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on here? Everybody over the internet knows our business. You know, when you, like, something happens like that and you don't want people to know your relationship or like your problems and stuff like that, the whole internet knows their problem. Their whole internet knows that that man cheated. Clear as day. Like, there is no, you don't hug a friend like that. Let's be fucking honest. I've never hugged a friend like that at all. So, and then he thought ducking, if you were cheating and you got put on the screen, I would have took the risk of somebody not knowing who I was on there, but you hiding and running like that made you so guilty. And I'm sure somebody was like, look what happened here. Someone got caught cheating. But if you would have just played it off, the video probably never would have went online at all. Like, people could have just been like, oh, like, that's just another couple. But since you dropped down, she turned around and then hid. Like, that was guilty behavior. So if that was me, I would have took the risk of somebody not seeing me, and if they did, I would have been like, that wasn't me. Like, what, you crazy? I wasn't there. But instead, they did the whole guilty. Like, it was dumb. But regardless, that's what I'm saying. If you guys are thinking of cheating or are cheating, it's a matter of time before you get caught. Okay, just letting y'all know. Next question. I've been told more than once by more than one person that I give the best, but there's this one guy that says it but never finishes. It's my reward, and he tells me that I'm a cat guy and only come when effing. Is that really a possibility? I mean, every other guy finishes with me. Now, if he finishes with the cat, then maybe. If he finishes in the cat, maybe. If he doesn't finish at all, that's a whole different problem. Okay, that's why I need a little bit more context, because if he's finishing in the cat, then I would say maybe he just enjoys it a lot more. Maybe he gets really turned on by it going in and out, and he's really not a guy that likes a girl to go down on him. And to be honest, there are guys like that. 100% honest. Like, they just don't want a girl to be going down there, and then they don't want to kiss them. Maybe it turns them off. Maybe you're actually not doing a good job. Again, I don't know. But the thing that you need to ask yourself, is he finishing inside the cat? Because if he's not finishing inside the cat either, or like finishing using the cat, then he has more of an issue. It could be like he may be addicted to some sort of like online videos on some sort of drugs or something like that, because that's kind of weird, because I can do both. If you want proof, slide in those DMs so I can slide in you, right? Like proof can be showed. Yep, it's that daddy in training, the vibes. So I would just ask yourself that question. And then, like, if he is just a cat guy, there's nothing wrong with just being a cat guy. That's just how some people are. Like there's some girls who don't like it in the booty, and there's some girls who love it in the booty. Like, people are different. People like different stuff. So, this guy, it never went up. It was difficult for him. He blamed it on me, much corn. Never, if they can't get it up, it's not your fault. Too many girls are blaming themselves for that man's disability. They got issues. They got problems. They got, like, it could be hormonal issues. It could be on some sort of medication that they're on. I know there's a bunch of medications that, like, that's one of the side effects, that they have a difficult time. It ruins their S drive. Like, it's 100% true. But they should absolutely not one bit blame you for their disability, because that's their body, that's their issue, So if a guy ever never blame yourself, ladies. I get too many questions, girls blaming themselves. It is not your fault that man cannot stay hard or get hard. Okay, that is their problem. That is their fault. They can go to the doctor and get checked. They can see what medications. They can talk to their doctor if they have medications and be like, "Yo, this is doing this to me," and they'll help them out. That way, like, that's not a problem, or that's not an issue. Or maybe, just so you know, maybe it's the medication. When he finishes the medication, maybe it'll go back to normal, right? So, like, this is why you guys need to communicate. So, never let a guy blame you that it's your fault they did not get hard. That is absolutely their fault. Because some of these guys be getting turned on by the weirdest shit. I'm just being honest. Like, when you're already being intimate already like that and something's going on, I think it's more of a problem with them. I actually want to do a podcast episode with somebody who's in the medical field. And we're going to talk nothing about, like, but that issues with that, because she had told me about different things that I didn't know about the whole ED, that disability, different things that people could do, what causes it, what doesn't cause it. And the last thing you guys don't want to do is blame yourself, because just like Chio says, if you don't get wet, then blame him. You're not going to blame. He's going to be like, that's your body. He's going to blame, like, some guys are weird. So, moral of the story, do not blame yourself for that. All right, next question. Oh shit, wrong button. Messing around with my coworker, that's your first mistake. And I've tried ending things because other coworkers are starting to suspect, and they are being a little too extra and telling me his dating history at the workplace. I don't care who he was with before I got there. It's just weird how hard they're trying to have me stay away from him. I think I read this one yesterday or on Monday, but I'm gonna give you the same thing. They're warning you. They're warning you that this person hooks up with a whole bunch of different people that start working. You're just next in line. You're just next in line. And so since you're new, or since the next person, he's going to be messing around with you. He could be messing around with other people at the same time at work. And here's the funny thing. He could also be married. He's just hooking up with people at work. So don't mess around with people at work. And they're clearly trying to warn you that, hey, don't be doing this because he's messing around with a bunch of guys. So next time, like, if you end up getting an STD, something like that, that's like a risk you're taking because this man is hooking up with a bunch of different coworkers. So I would just avoid work in general. I get it. You're around these people all the time. Just avoid work because shit can go awkward real quick. And then there was that question that I answered the other day too, that the girl ended up getting fired because she was messing around with the boss. And you see, like, is that what you want? Y'all want to get fired? But if it's nothing serious, just for fun, why not keep enjoying it? Because, well, if it's for fun, I get it. Go ahead. But here, so the question was, why are my coworkers like feeding me all this information? It's probably because they're trying to warn her, like, hey, like, this dude be sleeping with everybody. Like, we're trying to tell you, like, don't do it. You know, imagine like if they were saying like, yo, this dude got an STD, stop messing around with him. You know what I mean? So to each their own. I would never mess around with somebody as a coworker, even though sometimes I know it's difficult. I remember I used to work as a kid, or not a kid, but a young lad, my teenage years at a call center in Idaho. And this call center had a shit ton of people. So like, clearly there's going to be like different girls, different guys. People were messing around with different people. People were caught cheating. There was all sorts of shit that went down. To be honest, there was a girl there in a relationship who I was kind of messing around with. Like, I didn't give a fuck. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, these things can happen at work. At first, I didn't know she was married. Or not married, but she was in a relationship. And then I ended up finding out then she was in a relationship. And I didn't care at the time. I was just like, all right, whatever. Because you spend so much time with these people, you start developing friendships. And then those friendships sometimes go on further, you know, and you guys start becoming intimate. So that's why I get it. It makes sense. So, all right, next question. Married 20 years, separated 12 years, 4 adult kids together. I'm single. He has a girlfriend of 10 years. Is it wrong of me to make a move to get back with my ex if he has a girlfriend? We haven't been physical in over 10 years, but figured since he's all up in my DMs, why not shoot my shot, girl? Let's just leave whatever's in the past in the past. Have you ever gotten some fries, say McDonald's, and thrown them back, like let them get cold, and then thrown them back into the microwave and try to eat them? They taste like shit. They're horrible. You know, like once we take the trash out, we don't go and like back it out there and be like, let me bring it back in. I would just say avoid that whole situation because, one, he has a girlfriend already. Don't want to mess around with that just because don't do that to the other woman, right? Don't do that to the other woman. If he's all up in your DMs, you should be like, yo, if you don't stop, I'm going to tell your girl. So, and clearly his behavior, he's all up in your DMs, like probably trying to be sexy with you. So imagine how it would be if you got back with him. Then guess what? Guess what position just opened? Who wants to guess the position that just opened if you take that man back? The side piece. And he's going to find another side piece because I don't know if he did it with you, but he's doing it with her. And you just got to pay attention to the patterns because that's what happens. Like if you've seen them cheat on several people, don't be that person like, I can fix them. I'll fix them. No, absolutely. You're not going to fucking fix them. I'm just telling you that right now. It's not going to happen. So I would just avoid that. Have respect for the lady, whoever it is. Let them be in their relationship. There's plenty of other guys. You haven't been intimate with him in 10 years. You don't need to. Go find a different one. So I would not want to go back with an ex after that long. And especially if it didn't work out the first time. And who knows, maybe you guys tried multiple times. I don't know. You guys just said you guys were separated. So I've seen him cheat on girls and I ended up with them. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, pay attention to their patterns. Don't think that you're going to fix them. Because if they're already behaving like that, what makes you think that that's not going to happen to you? If you want to attempt to try to see if they're changed for you, then go for it. But then don't come back running here and be like, hey girl, I got cheated. I would be like, well, you went to him. You know, it's kind of like, you know, you tell somebody, yo, the stove is hot. Don't touch it. They touch it. And then you're like, I told you it was hot. And don't touch it again. Like, and then you touch it again. I'd be like, you are dumb as fuck. Like, don't talk to me. Burn your fucking hands off. That's what I'm going to say. If you know he's been a cheater, go get cheated on. Go. Go. Don't be coming back here when you get cheated on. There has to be growth. Yeah, there has to be growth, but that's the thing. Like, do you want to be the person that attempts to change their behavior? Not me. Fuck that. I ain't gonna do that, because a lot of the times you can ask a lot of people, you've seen it out there. They're like, once a cheater, always a cheater. I should have paid attention. I gave the other story too. Like, I know this one dude. So she was cheating. She's cheated on every man of hers, every one that I know of. I think it was 3. I know of 3, and she cheated on all of them. She started talking to this guy. He was married at the time. She was cheating on her man with him, and he was cheating on his wife. And then he separated, divorced his wife. She separated her man. They got together. And let me tell you what happened to him. Does anybody want to guess what happened to him? His ass got cheated on. And he had a lot of like mental health issues. So that actually pushed him over the edge, and he ended up hurting himself. And, you know, he's no longer with us, which sucks, because, you know, I known him. He was cool. He was a cool guy. But you knew the pattern. Like, you knew the pattern, and you still decided to think it was going to work between you guys. And you see how, like, what happened? You guys got together, you're all lovey-dovey, and then you get caught cheating on. She gets caught cheating on you. And I've never said this. This is the first time me saying it. So while they were together, I'm not saying I hooked up with her, okay? Don't be thinking that. Get that out of your head. We had taken pictures because, like, obviously, photographer, videographer, media, been doing it for like almost a decade now. So she wanted me to take her pictures, and I was like, all right, cool. But she was being very, very, very flirtatious that day. And I was just like, in my head, I'm like, no, Edgar, don't fucking do this. You know this guy, don't fucking do this. Like, don't do this. It's not gonna end well. This is how she is. Don't do it. And I didn't do it, but she ended up hooking up with somebody else. Like, I've never told that to anybody. Because I still remember, I still have those pictures. You know, I still have those pictures that I took of her. So I got proof. Bitch. And we even took a few selfies after the photo shoot. Do I have those? I'm sure I still have them. All bad. So Edgar, are you sure? Yes, I would be 100% honest if I did. You guys know I leave everything on the table here for you guys. I tell you some of the shit that I never want to talk about. If I would have hooked up with her, did I try getting at her before they were together? Yes. But when I tried getting at her, she was not, well, that I know of, she wasn't in a relationship. So, and then I just stopped because I knew she was with somebody, because she ended up posting him on her social. And then I was like, all right, whatever. So, and then next thing I know, they're together. So, but yes, I would be 100% honest if I did. Dang, the cheese man. That's what I'm saying. Like, things that be happening behind closed doors. Like, you saw this dude. Who knows how long this dude, that CEO that got caught cheating at Coldplay, who knows how long he's been cheating? Just because he got caught whenever it was, doesn't mean that's the first time it happened. I'm sure he's been doing it for a long time. It could be multiple women too. I remember I did the podcast with Jackie Baltazar. I know you guys know who she is. Shout out to her. She's amazing. I've done a few podcasts with her. And I remember in the beginning, she told me that, you know, her ex had cheated on her with another girl, right? And then later on, a few years later, she ended up finding out that he had cheated multiple times with different women. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you just never know. They're only going to admit to what you caught them for. They're not going to be like, oh, by the way, I had cheated on you with 2 other girls too. Just saying. All right, hold on. Let's take a quick little break, because I'm not going to get off. I'm just going to take a swig of water. Hold on. Also, if you guys haven't picked this up on TikTok, make sure you guys go pick them up. This makes your cookie taste like pineapple. So If you're on TikTok, I got it linked right there. So if you guys want to, and a lot of people can attest to it, that it is in the chat because they be taking it too. Over here, they got them cooches tasting like pineapple. I see you. All right, next question. Been with baby daddy for 5 years, but S with him isn't cutting it for me anymore. I need to be railed. But he doesn't like that he doesn't hit it like he used to. I love S sucking D. It makes me drip out my to make guys beg me to stop, but I can't get into it with him. He makes me feel bad about needing S, like I tells me maybe I have a problem. Girl, you do not have a problem. You are a blessing in disguise. You are an angel. If we were on the Titanic, I would throw you on first. I would say, fuck y'all, she's getting on. The people over there are gonna thank me because this woman loves to go down. And she must be protected at all costs. Your man is broken. And that's what happens, is that sometimes people drift apart. Their intimacy gets boring. He's no longer craving you like that. And you're craving it. Obviously, you're over here like if you're on crack, you're like, I need to suck on something right. That's what you're saying. And maybe, like Joanna says, maybe he's getting it somewhere else too. Again, they're not going to admit to cheating. We talked about that earlier. They're not going to admit to cheating. So if you're having issues with, like, you guys are just having a bunch of issues, maybe it's time to have that conversation. Yo, like, what are we doing? Maybe going separate ways. Maybe like, open relationship, you guys don't want to leave each other, like, but what you do need to do is you need to talk to your man and be like, yo, what's going on here? Like, if we're not gonna fix this, I'm gonna go find me somebody else. And you need to hold up to your ultimatum, because there's a lot of people, who give their man an ultimatum and then it doesn't go through. They don't follow through what they said. You know, there's some people who are like, if we don't work this out by this day, I'm leaving. That day comes, it's not worked out, they stay. And then guess what? You just showed the guy that your ultimatums do not mean shit. So now they just know, like, whoa, like, I'll make her happy for a few days and then she'll get over it and then we'll go right back to the same thing. So that's why you have to back it up. Like, if it doesn't change, then I'm out, right? I've also done that too. Gave somebody an ultimatum. Shit didn't change. My ass is out. See, Just Too Suave says, getting a divorce now. And I'm sorry you have to go through that. Like, again, divorces are hard. Breakups are hard. They're never easy. But sometimes that's the way it has to go. Like, because if they're not putting in effort, like, why are you putting in so much effort? You know, I would not want to be in a relationship where it's just one-sided. Like, imagine how stressful that is. Or they're not even trying to make you feel wanted, giving you attention. Like, come on. And so that's why, like, even before you get married, I talked about this too before. They should make getting married fucking difficult. Like, super difficult. Like, you have to meet certain criteria to get married, because people are getting married so easily. People get married to thinking they're gonna fix the relationship. There's some guys and girls who cheat up all up until marriage day. There was that somebody sent a message saying, like, this dude, I was hooking up with him. I even hooked up with him the day before he got married, and then, like, I didn't know he was getting married the next day. So that's what I'm saying. Like, him thinking, and then after they got married, he still tried to message her. So clearly the marriage didn't do anything. The paper didn't do anything. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't think that a marriage is going to save a relationship. Having kids is going to save a relationship. Moving in together, buying a house, like, all these things that really tie you guys to each other are not going to fix you until, like, you need to fix your guys' situation beforehand to do that. Just because I'm telling you right now, it's not. Now you're just going to be married in a horrible relationship. Now it's going to be harder to leave. Now it's going to be more expensive to leave. So that's why, like, if you're not in a good space beforehand, don't get married. And also, there's some of you girls, and I'm sure guys do it too. Your man cheats on you. And then he's like, we need to get married. We need to get married. And then you thinking that was gonna fix the like you're the one that I want. You're my cinnamon apple. Like, come on. Happy belated B-Day. Gracias, sweet Cece. I appreciate you, girl. So, like I say, marriage is a liability. Oh, absolutely. Like, there should be certain criterias you need to meet before getting married. Because some of y'all be getting married. There's people who get married within the first few months of dating. Like, the fuck? The first few months of dating. And then they're divorced a year in. And come on. We all seen that before. It shouldn't be so easy to get married. Or get pregnant after getting cheated on. Like, that's going to fix something. Oh, yeah. Getting cheated on or having a kid. Now they're just going to cheat on you while you pregnant. So that's what I'm saying. If your relationship ain't doing well beforehand, one of these major things like kids, house, marriage is not going to fix it. All right, next question. Do you believe in marriage? Now, I always say that I'm never going to get married. Okay. But there's also that thing that people say, like, if you find that right person, they change your mind. If you find the right person, you start doing things that you normally didn't do, right? Because, for example, there's some girl, like we've talked about it before, there's some girls who don't like to go down on a guy, but that right person brought it out of them, right? They don't like doing something, but the right partner brings it out of them. You know, maybe I'll meet somebody and they'll be like, damn, like, maybe this is gonna work. Maybe this is the thing. This is the move right here. So that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody, and then I've seen so many divorces happen, and especially with all these questions. Mind you, there's plenty of people who are happily married, but don't get me wrong. They just never submit questions because they're not like, well, I'm happily married, you know? So that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, trust your gut feeling. If you guys are in a horrible relationship before getting married will not fix it. So, spoiler alert, getting married will not fix your relationship. So, next question. What's up, Laura? Lara, ¿cómo estás? What's your opinion on dating apps and dudes on there? Now, dating apps, they're cool. You can meet plenty of people on there. There's plenty of people actually looking for relationships on dating apps. But at the same time, there's also a bunch of people on there who are married, in a relationship, looking for a hookup. And there's some guys who are single and they're just looking for a hookup. So, but here's the thing, what people don't realize, those people are in real life too. You can go to church and you'll find those same people. This dude's married and he's trying to step out of his relationship. You know, that dude's a bad person. You know, like anywhere. It's all about like just getting on there. Like, say you match with somebody, look them up. Search them up. There's plenty of apps. Somebody told me, I think it's called like True People. Somebody put it in the chat so I can remember. There's apps where you can put in their name, their phone number, and their information pops up to see if it's actually them, right? Where they live, like where they've lived, different aliases that they have. And if nothing comes up, they might be lying to you, right? So just doing a little bit of research, and almost every Truth Finder. Thank you, Ambar. Truth Finder. That's an app you guys can download. And if it costs money, a little subscription or something like that, it's worth it. You don't think paying $10, $20, $30, even $100 is worth it to find out who the fuck this person is? Where like you're gonna waste potentially years on? And there's also the Facebook pages. Are we dating the same guy? And then they usually put the city next to it. You can go on there. Boom, hey, like, is anyone dating this person? And then you might get some the side pieces or the main chick. SMY says it's like $2. See, $2 to find out about this person? $2. You know? And then also, and if you have kids, like daughters, and they're gonna date somebody, look them up too. Like, since you got the app now, look them up too. Make sure they're telling the truth. You know? I have my personal FBI agent. My daughter can find anything in a minute. See, well, that's because so much is public records, and just people don't do a little bit of research. You take everything they say at face value, right? What's the app called? Truth Finder. So there's one called T for Women Only. See, also the are we dating the same guy? And then wherever you're from, you have to be invited in or you have to be let in by another girl. They do their vetting. They don't want a bunch of dudes in there. So that's another way. But dating apps, let's bring it right back. Let's put a button on this one. Dating apps can be good and bad. There's nothing wrong to try. There's nothing right. I know some people who met on dating apps are actually married or they're still together. So there's nothing wrong with giving dating apps a try. I know there's different ones, like give Bumble a try, Hinge, Tinder, Black People Meet, what's the other one? Christians Mingle. If you're swinging the other way, Grindr. You know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of them. There's like Coffee Meets or something like that. There's a shit ton of them. So give them a try. Because you never know. It's harder. You get more options because to run into somebody who's actually going to be a perfect fit is going to be a lot harder. So, but most apps are friends with benefits, but that's why you got to do a little bit of research. So, because there's plenty of great guys on there. So, it's just having a little faith. That's all. So, because again, the same people that are trying to cheat, you can meet them at work. You can meet them at an event. Like that are just trying to hook up, you can meet those same people everywhere. It's not like they're only on social media. They just have more access on there. So, all right, next question. I've had many partners, but it's the sensitive ones who are the best lovers. Like a man who puts a pillow under my knees and pulls my hair up and watches me and smiles. It's a game changer. More men like that, please. See? I'm glad you told us that, girl. I'm glad you're a super freak. We love it. We enjoy it over here. Like we're rooting for you. And so maybe it is. Maybe it's the guys that are super sensitive, that are pretty passionate. I will tell you, hey, you look beautiful, queen, and then respectfully disrespect you in bed. Like that's me. Right? Like I'd be like, hey, you're an amazing woman, I'm gonna treat you like a queen, but then it's followed by treating her like a dirty little sucia, and then afterwards I'm just like, you're still beautiful, girl. So that's how it should be. You should be having like fun, and it's okay, fellas, it's okay to respectfully disrespect them, okay? Because most girls like that. Most girls like, hey, yo, throw me around a little bit. Manhandle me a little bit. Hand necklace a little bit. Like, pick me up and throw me on the bed and have your way with me a little bit, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you've ever top tier position, you blindfold them all at once. You blindfold them. You tie their hands behind their back in the doggy and then have your way. Like they can't move. They can't see. They can't use their hands. They're just there. And then you use that as leverage. You can pull hair, higher RPMs that way. Maybe even use a plug. I love to put those in a girl. Makes the experience so much better. I'm trying to plug up all the holes here, okay? So, like, doing things like that. Some girls love that. Some girls may not love that. Like, there's some girls who don't like to get slapped. There's some girls who love to get slapped. Spit, no spit. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody's a little bit different. But learn your person. Have a great experience. Yes, daddy. All right, next question. Why is it so hard to let go of someone doesn't want you, but they tell you that, they show you, but that only makes me try harder. At first, it was different. Always talking, seeing each other, flowers, and so on. Now we go days without talking and see each other one time a week. Any advice, girl? As soon as you felt that energy shift, something changed. Something happened. His feelings might have changed, might have found somebody else, might have, the puppy love phase probably wore off. You know, the whole honeymoon phase wore off. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't take everything people say in the beginning with a grain of salt, because it could be those when a relationship first starts, or you know, like all that, oh, like this is the girl, this is the, you know, this is the guy, but then like 5 months in, how you guys feeling, how you guys doing? You know, is it the same? And clearly you saw his shift, things changed, and that's what happens. And you should pay attention to his shift, and that's something you need to bring up. Like, if you feel a shift with somebody, don't be afraid to say something. Be like, yo, like, you used to do this, now like we barely even talk, like we barely even see each other, like, are you into this anymore? And then if they're like, oh yeah, I'm still into it, be like, so why like, what's going on, tell me. And then let him say his BS excuse, because sometimes some people don't know. Like, for example, I know a while back ago, this was years, I was talking to this girl, but this was like during my hardcore grind, like locked in, focus, don't bother me, which I still do that, but not as intense. Now, she had told me, hey, like, I feel like you're super distant now, like you are really short with your answers, like, and so on and so forth. And in my head, I'm like, oh shit, I am? Like, I had no idea I was. I thought I was like being normal, you know, but I didn't realize that like, since I was always busy, I was just like a quick response and then boom, right back at it, not answer it for a little while, and then like right back at it, like send a quick little message. Sometimes I would go all day, but that was because I was constantly busy doing stuff. And I didn't realize that she felt that way until she told me. And I was like, oh shit, my bad. Like, I didn't mean for that to happen. And so I made sure that I would at least dedicate some time to her. That way she didn't feel like that. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just there's no easy way to bring these things up. There's no right way to bring it up. Just bring it up. You know, because maybe they're like, maybe I'm not into this anymore. So can you do that with the friends with benefits? No. I mean, you can ask them, be like, yo, how come we're like not meeting up as much? But you can't, because it's just a friends with benefits. You guys are just there to hook up. You guys aren't there to like have a relationship. You know what I mean? So even he might be like, we're just hooking up, girl. Like, what the fuck? You're like, what's your problem? You know, we're not even in a relationship. We're not even doing that. So, but if they're not meeting up with you as much as you would like, maybe bring it up. I would be like, yo, I'm trying to see you a little bit more. I'm trying to get it a little bit more. Like, is there any way we can do that? You know, and maybe he'll be like, oh shit, yeah. So, and if he can't, maybe it's time to find a different one. So, and if you don't want to find a different one, you were there for something else. You know, if you can't just cut this person off and move on to the next, you might be catching feelings towards this guy, you know, because now you're just craving him to be around more, you know, because if it was just you wanted more of the D, you would just be like, all right, well, he's not giving me enough, I'm gonna go find a different one. It'd be a little simple change, a little quick swap. But since you're just like, no, well, I'm not saying this is how you are, but if you're like, oh, like, I really want this guy more, like, I want him, not like somebody else, I think you're craving more than just his D, if that makes sense. So, again, everybody is a little different. That's why I'm saying, like, friends with benefits and sneaky links are a little, you gotta be careful, because people catch feelings. You guys are exchanging these energies, like, you can say in the beginning, I'm not trying to catch feelings, but then out of nowhere you catch feelings because you're like, I kind of like this dude, or I kind of like her. So, and now you're in this whole situation. So I would just say bring it up, and if they don't want to change or give you more, then just move on to another one, right? Like, why do you have to stay? Do you like them? All right, next question. What do you think about a guy that likes to get while having head and having his finger up? At first I was like, the choking part, kind of hot. You lost me at the finger, okay? Because I don't want anything in me, if that makes sense. I'll play with yours. I'll do stuff to yours, absolutely. But it kind of sounds like he wants to be dominated. And again, I get it. Some guys like it, and there's nothing wrong with it. If your guy likes, as long as you're doing a finger, if you have to insert an object in there, that's a little different, right? Because, like, I get it, because somebody was explaining it to me, and I understand. This is why I explain it this way. He was like, it's this girl doing it to me. I get turned on that she's doing it to me. He's like, I've never asked or wanted a guy to do it for me. I wanted her to do it. And he's like, I don't want her to insert anything. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense, you know. And I respect that he told me that, like, straight up. Like, I know who it is, because we had a conversation over social media, and that's what I love, is people being open and talking about that, and then, like, fighting back on what I say. Because when fingers were first brought up to me, like, doing these TikToks, I instantly said, swings the other way. I was like, because I ain't trying to have no finger in there. But I get where he's coming from, because he craves it from that, and it obviously makes him feel, that's where a lot of people say the guy's G-spot is too. So, like, maybe that's what he likes. Maybe he dove his finger in there one time and he was like, this is amazing. Or maybe a girl did it to him one time and he was like, what the fuck is that? But if he's inserting an object, that's a little different. Now, if you're having a girl do it, I understand it. And then the whole choking thing too, maybe he just likes to be dominated, right? Maybe he's just the person that likes to get dominated, and so choking works for him. Have I ever been choked? Nah, I've never been like, choke me. I've always done the hand necklaces myself. That's me, like, I do that. I've never, because I've said it before, I always like being the dominant person. You know, it's very rare that I'm just like, dominate me, right? I'll throw you around and do stuff like that. But, you know, the other way around, not really. So I did it to a guy and he loved it and always asked for it. See, thank you for sharing that. See, some guys, I'm saying, like, some guys like it or like to get their booty eaten. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not for everybody. And I get it. Kind of like open relationships isn't for everybody. The hot wife thing isn't for everybody. But there's some people who do it and are extremely happy doing it. What if a girl want to be the dominant one? Would you let her? I mean, if she took control, that's totally fine, you know. But I'm not sitting here, or I'm not like laying there being like, dominate me, like, do something to me. No, like, if it happens, it happens, you know. Because the cool thing is, like, it should always be fun and exciting and trying different stuff. So I asked, and he said, hell no. See, some guys say no. Like, if you ask me to put slide a finger in, it's going to be a no. And if you try to do it, like, while we're doing something, you'll probably get karate chopped on your forehead, okay? I'm just saying. Can I push you into the wall? I mean, you can try, but I might throw you up on the wall. So it could be that too. All right, next question. I'm having trouble finding a man as a single mom that's financially amazing. I make $100K plus, have a rental property at home. I'm an independent woman that loves men. S sucks D wants you to in my. Why can't I find a man? I mean, where are you looking for these guys? Are you being approachable too? You know, there's some girls who have the RBF and they're like, why doesn't nobody approach me? Probably because you look like you're gonna tell them to fuck off. That's also a thing too. So that's what I'm saying. Like, where are you meeting these, or where are you trying to meet these guys? And so again, I think I'm gonna do a whole podcast episode on that because I had somebody send me a message. Some guys, it is a huge ego killer if you are doing better than them, because they want to be the breadwinner. They want to be the one, like, hey, like, I got this. You know, I make more than her. Like, some guys have that ego. You know, I remember back at my first serious relationship, when we first met, she was doing way better than I was. And instead of me being like, fuck, like, I don't want to do this, it motivated me to be like, how do I get my hustle up to also be up there? And I did that, right? Again, everybody is different. Everybody reacts different. So maybe don't talk about your financial situation. Don't talk about your properties. Maybe that's a conversation for like later on down the road. Just be like, hey, like I've been able to do okay. I'm comfortable. I don't make, don't tell them how much you make. Don't tell them the properties you have, right? Maybe that's a later on date. I'm not saying lie about it. I'm just saying don't talk about it right away. And then that way you can build a connection with that person. Because maybe if you build a connection with that person, maybe things will go different. So, but then again, if they do feel a type of way about it, you don't want that guy. You don't want somebody who's going to be getting mad at you, that you make more than them, that you do better than them. Imagine a guy getting upset at you because you have a good career and you make decent money. Like, why would you want to be with somebody like that? Instead of being with somebody, oh shit, like she's killing it. Let me see like what I can do to get on the same level, right? So that's that's something I would just say wait before you tell them. All right. Oh, damn, all right, I'm going to do a couple more questions. Started an affair with my coworker. We are both married. It's not just S and both caught feelings. How do we move on? I don't want to leave my husband. Girl. This is why, again, you don't open Pandora's box. Because that's what happens. That's what happens. You tasted it. Now you caught feelings. You probably think they're feelings, but I think what you guys love is how you guys make each other feel. Maybe you're getting more attention from this person. Maybe he's getting more attention from you because they're not getting it at home. And how do you move on? You just stop seeing each other. And that's why you don't fucking mess around with somebody at work, because now you got to be around each other. And again, it's only a matter of time before you get caught. Check out the CEO who got caught. It just takes one slip up, one small mistake. You forgot to delete one message. You forgot to block something. You forgot to do something. And then that's when you get... I talk about a lot of cheating stories over on my IG subscription page. It's only $1, and I talk about reviews about the products that I have at, where I sell the toys. So that's also like somewhere, because I don't want to. I know those people follow me, and I don't want to talk about stories like that to the public, right? There, it's a little bit more condensed, people, and like I said, it's only $1 if you want all the cheese mint, all the tea. So. Definitely go check that out. But how do you get past this? Stop fucking with him. Leave him alone. Or one of y'all go find a new job. Next question. Married over 25 years. Marriage is great. Our S life is amazing. Nothing wrong with my relationship. My husband still gives me butterflies, but I can't get my trainer out of my head. Girl, don't do it. We dry flirt, but he is in my dreams consistently. Is it the what if? Is it that he is way younger, girl? I get it. So here's the thing. When you can become if you see somebody, you're like, dang, she's beautiful. Dang, she's hot. Dang, she's sexy. Dang, he's good looking. He's handsome. It's okay to window shop. Absolutely okay with that. But even if you want to fantasize a little, because there's some girls who fantasize about like celebrities and stuff like that. Like, I get it. No harm, no foul. Like, as long as you're just not actually like, let me find out where Chris Brown is at, right? I would just say, just stop the dry flirting. Stop that. Because first it's going to be one thing, and then it's going to be the next, and then it might get to the part where you guys actually step out of the relationship. So again, you have an amazing husband. He's a great, you said everything great about him, but you're just craving this person. To find somebody like your husband right now is very rare. Will you find it again? Probably not. You're not going to, great S life, great relationship. He's amazing to you. He puts in effort to you after so long being together. Why would you want to go and mess that up? Just for a quick, who knows? What if he gives you 1 minute, 2 minutes? Or what if he gives you the worst 4 minutes ever? I would just say it's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you want to use some toys from Naughty Science and fantasize about him, get it out of your head, feel free. Do it that way. But actually being physical, doing stuff with this person, or even dry flirting, because I'm pretty sure kind of considered cheating. Like if you're flirting in any way with somebody and you're married, would you want your man to be dry flirting with another female? So that's what I'm saying. Don't sabotage what you got going on now for something that could be horrible, only last a little bit, because it's only a matter of time you get caught. And it's going to be very difficult. Again, let me emphasize that. It's going to be very difficult to find another person like your man. There's plenty of women out here who are desperately trying to find somebody who's amazing in the relationship and amazing in the bedroom. You usually find one or the other. Amazing in the bedroom, but is a fucking horrible partner. Amazing father, husband, but horrible in the bedroom. And you got both, girl. You got both. Stop being selfish. Stop being selfish. Okay, you got something great right now. All right, we're gonna do one more. I told my baby daddy that I'm tired of always being on top. He is a heavier guy and always hurts me when he tries missionary or doggy. Hard to try other positions, but I don't know what to do anymore. I want more, but this sucks. I told my baby daddy that I'm tired of always being on top. He is a heavier guy. Now, I would just say slightly motivate, slightly encourage physical activity, meaning like maybe start walks, maybe start, exercising. Be like, hey, like I really wanted to do that 75 hard. We should try it. I really want to do this. Because not only like if you guys cut some weight or he cut some weight, I don't know what you look like, intimacy is going to get like to a whole nother level. Like the experience is going to be a whole different level. You could also include toys, because that's something that makes the experience a lot better too. So toys may be an option. Somebody Sweet Cece says swing. You could swing, if your partner is comfortable with doing that, because that could be another option. Is like, because the swinging is like when you have you and your partner hook up with a different couple. That could be an option too. But I think the biggest thing would be have that communication with your partner, your baby daddy, and trying to figure something out. Because you can slightly encourage. Don't tell him, hey, you big, you need to lose some weight. If you're like, hey, I kind of wanted to start the 75 hard, we should do it together. Or, hey, like, I really want to go on more walks together with you. If you cook for him, maybe switch up the way be like, hey, like I just want us to eat a little cleaner because I want us to live a longer, healthier life. So I think I like the hanging swing. You just gotta talk. Absolutely, you just have to have the conversation. Swing is like a sex chair hanging in the door. No, the swinging that I'm talking about. Oh, I meant a sex swing, not swingers. Oh, well, if he's too heavy for that, like. I mean, if he's too heavy for her, he might be a little too heavy for the swing if you're picking up what I'm putting down. But the swing might be a little too heavy. But again, this is why you explore different positions, different things, different toys. Not just like, oh, we just do this position or end this position and then that's it. No, be like, oh, let's try this, let's try that. There's different stuff to try. I think the worst thing that you could do is just be like, hopefully this fixes. So I'm cackling. Andy over on TikTok. She's in the swing, not him. No, I get it. She's in the swing too. But again, she never disclosed her physical, like how she looks like. What if she's also heavy? So that's why they have difficult time doing some of these positions. Because what if he's not very big and he's heavier? You know what I mean? Like again, we didn't get enough context in the question. There's a lot more questions to be asked here. So I would just say, like, communicate with your partner. Try different positions. And if he's not packing very much meat down there, and that's the problem, slightly encourage a diet. Don't tell him get in on a diet. Just, hey, like, I want to do this. We should do this together. And do it with them. Because I'm telling you, once you guys start being more active, your guys' sexual life enhances a lot too. Because now you got more energy. Now you want to do it more. Maybe you guys start looking like losing weight, start getting like building that spark back there. You know what I mean? And be like, damn, she looking good. She lost a few pounds. Damn. It's looking like a cinnamon apple right there. So, but anyways, I want to thank you guys for jumping on. We're going to answer the rest of the questions on Monday. The random lives that I do are on TikTok and Twitch. Like I said before, eventually, like right now I'm on TikTok and Twitch, or TikTok and IG, but eventually the random lives are just going to be on Twitch, just because over there I can talk however I want. I don't get filtered. So if you guys haven't followed me, the link is in the bio. And if you guys haven't picked these up over here on Twitch, now is your chance. They're actually on sale too. These make the cat taste like pineapple. So if you guys haven't tried these, definitely try it. And there's plenty of girls on here who have tried them, and they, trust me, they work. So again, follow me on Twitch. Link is in the bio. Boo to the glitches. Follow me over there. That way I can, over there I can just talk. I have no social, just TikTok. Well, Twitch is a free app. Twitch is a free streaming app. You don't have to, like, you just download it, make an account, it's free, and then you can watch. But the cool thing about over there is, like, I can say whatever I want. I don't get filtered over there. I can play music, I can do whatever, and I can, like, walk around and, like, also do kind of like what some of the streamers are doing. Like, Twitch lets you do that stuff. TikTok, super sensitive about what I say. IG, super sensitive about the music I play. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just a fucking difficult time. Twitch, they don't care. They just let you do it. But all you have to do is put a disclaimer on your page. I put it, hey, must be like, we talk about sexual activity here. Puts a warning, and we're good. So anyways, thank you guys. I will see you on the random lives on Twitch and TikTok. And then Monday, we're going to answer the rest of the questions. This live is going to go up on YouTube. It should be up by tomorrow, so definitely check it out. Thank you guys to everybody who actually bought the products too. Shop Naughty Science. You guys are amazing. And watch the podcast. Just shout out to you guys. Okay, you guys are amazing. Anyways, I will see you guys hopefully soon. So I will see you guys later. Now it's the awkward, like, hey, I'm trying to end this.